autograph it. It's on the wall in the Funko Pop room. That's one of my favorite things. But I got his autograph, and he was like, Manu Bennett's here too. And I was like, yeah, I heard. He's like, he's actually sitting down and doing autographs now. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna head over there. Appreciate it. Go wait in his line, and when I get up to him, I was the only person that was dressed as Deathstroke, and he was just like, what? Hey, and he thanked me. He said, thanks for dressing up, especially as Deathstroke. That's awesome. And I got to thank him for playing my favorite character on TV. That man is massive. If you've ever seen him, Manu Bennett was also in the Hobbit movies. He was in Spartacus and 30 Days of Night. He's just a massive man, but he's so nice, so genuine. He was saying thanks, everything. I was doing photo shoots earlier. I didn't, you really should have done it. That would have been really cool to get a picture. And I didn't know. I was like, hey, okay, well, maybe next time. But his autographs is up in the Funko Pop room as well. But my buddy, we'll call him Knight Lamar, I believe is, yeah, that's his surname. And he actually just started listening to the show. Hey, what's up, buddy? He was actually dressed as the Year One Arrow, where he's kind of stranded on an island, right? So as he kind of talks to him, and I'm sure he could probably tell the story a lot better because it happened to him, and he told me, I heard a little bit of it, not all of it, but he was just like, he said, Manny Bennett kind of pulled him in, and was just like, hey, you have the most underrated costume here. So that was pretty freaking cool for him to get that compliment. Definitely, that was actually a really fun time too. I know Taco met Tom Kenny at that fan days as well, voice of SpongeBob, and he was doing autographs and everything. So actually, Taco has an autographed SpongeBob Funko Pop, and that thing, man, that's a cool one to have. That's a really cool one to have. But Taco said that Tom Kenny was doing autographs for people, and he was also doing voicemails for like $20 or something. And he said a little girl like drew a picture of SpongeBob and wanted him to sign it. I believe that was it. Yeah, man, I'm ruining this damn story. Fuck. Basically, the story basically ends that Tom Kenny asked that she autographed the picture that she gave to him of SpongeBob that she drew of him. Yeah. Fuck, I fucked that story up. Taco tells it so well too. I'll have him tell it next time. I fucked that story up. I'm sorry, guys. That was cool too. Me and my wife were there at that one. We were looking over into. I was waiting on Kevin Conroy because that's the voice of Batman for me. His voice acting, and Mark Hamill's voice acting was what made me want to do that in college. So I did a little bit of voice acting here in Texas in college. So it was really cool. That was a lot of fun. You really can't tell that I did by the way I do this podcast. But I can do some voices and things like that. Maybe that'll come into play one day on the show. But really getting to meet him was pretty cool. We got to talk the animated series a little bit. And he took a picture with me because I think he felt bad. He basically left to go to the bathroom and he was gone for like a half hour, and it was my turn next. And I was so kind of just like, I'm so excited and I'm about to meet Batman, but he just took off to go pee or poop or whatever he had to do. But man, Kevin Conroy, he was class act. He is so cool, and he loves being Batman still. That's what's so awesome. Right when the pandemic happened, they were coming out with Batman: The Adventure Continues comic. It's a continuation. What would have been the next season for the animated series if it didn't get canceled. So Batman the animated series, if you were alive in the 90s and you're a kid, in 92, I believe it was 92. Yeah, 92. Batman the animated series premiered, and it was great. It's had a lasting effect. I think you guys know Batman has had a lasting effect on me. But yeah, it was such an iconic show that I just loved getting to talk to him with it. But and the comic that came out, he actually read the comic online. I'm pretty sure you can find it on YouTube, but I watched it, and then I went out once the comic book shop out here, Madness. That place is the freaking bomb. That place is huge. I love going to Madness. That is one of my favorite things to do. But yeah, I mean, I got so lost thinking about Madness. Damn. All right. I've gone on like 3 different tangents. Let's bring it back. Taco originally said some stuff. He also said Kristen Stewart was playing Cheetah. That is false. It is Kristen Wiig. Kristen Wiig is playing Cheetah, and I was pretty stoked for that trailer. I was so excited to see Cheetah. It's been way too long. I mean, come on, how long has DC been making movies for? We couldn't have had a Wonder Woman Cheetah. Like, this is going to be great. I'm so excited. The Black Adam teaser, if you guys saw anything with that with The Rock, I mean, he legit has been contracted to play Black Adam for like 10 years. It is not a secret, you know? I remember when they announced it, I was like, why? Like, we're skipping everybody when we're just jumping right to Black Adam. It makes more sense now. So I'm glad it's not being done until now. And then including the JSA. So we're actually going to get Hawkman and Dr. Fate is what I'm really excited about. Avatar's just cool. That's fine. But really just excited to kind of see these characters that I always saw, or like you saw in the Super Friends, or if you watch Justice League Unlimited and things like that, like me being the nerd I am, have done. It's really cool to get to see these characters that you really love, really getting to be on the screen. And I get to share that with my kids now. My wife cares nothing about any of this. You know, when I had her sit down and watch Infinity War with me, she'd never seen it. I'd already seen it like 15 times. And she's like, I need to go to bed. And I was like, okay. And so we're about halfway through the movie. And she goes, how much longer? I said, like 20 minutes. And she's like, okay. So like 30 minutes goes by, and she's just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, wow, you said it was going to end. I was like, She grabs, we were watching on the PlayStation, she grabs the controller and hits pause. And it's still got like an hour left. She was fucking pissed. She goes, there's an hour left? And she just like got up and like went to bed. I was like, you want me to pause it? She's like, I don't give a fuck. She did. I don't even know to this day if she's seen the end of that. I tried to get her to watch Endgame too, and I think she's seen it all by now because I told her it was longer, and she's just like, no, not. Don't make me do it. She's a good sport, but yeah, getting to see my son really get into, and really encouraging him to read too. Like, yeah, there's his favorite heroes on these books and stuff, but really just trying to encourage him to read and practice that tool, you know. I mean, he's in 2nd grade, you know, want his vocabulary to grow, reading to get better, and he's excited about the books now, and it's cool to see, especially when we go into Madness. Yeah, he wants a Funko Pop, and yeah, he wants like a stuffed animal or a T-shirt or something, you know, or something cool. He wants a toy. Mostly, he wants Transformers and stuff like that. If there's anything Lego, though, geez, that kid will take it. Boy loves Lego, and he's pretty good, but he loves looking at the books too. Which one, you know, hey, is there Teen Titans? What is there? What can I have? Is there a coloring book? Is there like a word search or something, you know? And honestly, Madness has all of that. It's like I'm trying to advertise for Madness. Yeah, if you're out this way, Madness Games and Comics is the shit, man. Like, they're fucking cool over there too. The guys that work there are super friendly, super cool. Highly recommend if you're like in North Texas. Like, it's the friggin' bomb. But yeah, that place is awesome. That's a place where me and Taco hang out. I want to get Tuna over there one day. One of our other buddies, KB, he still does live right there. I'm chomping at the bit to get him to go into that place because I think he'd be like, he's never experienced like when we play D&D, they have a whole section like just in the store where you can go play that, or whatever other games you have. They have tables set up, and it's like they hold tournaments there and everything. I want him to kind of check it out. I think it'd be fun. get his opinion. I'm pretty sure that me and Taco did an episode a while back. Yeah, we did an episode where we bumped into each other on accident and had like a random adventure, and we actually ended up finishing up the night over at Madness too. So, pretty cool. Kind of heading back to the fandom stuff. The Suicide Squad, that was a roll call trailer just to kind of introduce the characters, because there were some people like Idris Elba, we didn't know who he was going to be. Is he going to? Big speculation was Bronze Tiger. I was kind of hoping for that too, but I'm still happy it's Bloodsport. I mean, because really, and everybody's like, who are these people? Why did he do this? There's so many people in this movie, so many obscure characters. Oh yeah, it's going to keep you guessing on who's going to live and who's going to die. That's the idea. Like that should be one of the big parts of the movie. Who's going to live and who's going to die? Because I'm going to say this, in the first one, a lot of people lived. A lot. They had. I mean, I bet you could tell like Slipknot wasn't going to make it through that freaking movie, you know. But I mean, obviously Boomerang and Harley and Deadshot. Croc was never going to go anywhere. Let's be honest about that. He's too big a villain. But I mean, this one, James Gunn is going to be offing people left and right. And thank you, Nathan Fillion is in the movie. That is awesome. I know James Gunn always casts him, and also his brother Sean Young, who is cast in the movie as Weasel. That's going to be freaking hilarious. And James Gunn doing the Suicide Squad. This is going to be DC's Guardians right here. Like this is going to be a $1 billion movie. Like legit. Come on. I said it today. I hope so. Man, I really hope so. Oh man, I just bummed myself out thinking about that. Oh, movie theater. Shit. Anyway, speaking of movie theaters, they will eventually one day play The Batman. Okay, I'm going to be honest. Robert Pattinson cast as Batman, as Bruce Wayne. I was like, why? What is it? What is it about him? And also, his jaw is very distinct. I feel like if he was Batman in real life, they'd go, well, that's totally Bruce. Look at that jaw. That's him. Why is Bruce wearing that Batman costume? Stop it. You know? But just hearing a little bit of the voice is okay. I'm going, okay. But just that, like, a brooding, fine, like, I don't think we've got a legit brooding Batman. The Michael Keaton one was all right. I mean, it was okay. But, I mean, like, honestly, he feels more, not, I guess, like angry. Like when he was beating up that thug, he was just pummeling it. It made it looked like he was just like, it was therapeutic for him almost. Like he not necessarily enjoyed it, but like I don't know, he got, I don't want to say got something out of it. Like he was like, yeah, this is great, but it's like easing his pain, you know, because this is a Batman that's in his second year, so not an origin story. If you haven't seen anything or heard anything about this, Matt Reeves, who did the last couple Planet of the Apes movies for the new trilogy, he's an amazing storyteller, great director. He leans more on ground. Oh, I'm not going to say too grounded, you know, because I mean it's Planet of the Apes, and like Cloverfield and stuff like that. But he leans kind of hard into like the human aspect, the emotional aspect, the getting in that headspace of the person and finding the actual character, finding the raw emotion of the character. So I think that's pretty freaking cool. So when he was talking on the panel, he was talking about Robert Pattinson, and how they've been working on the character together, and how he's in a good place for it, good headspace to play Bruce Wayne, and why this Batman is the way he is, and what he's still dealing with, and then what he's being dragged into. He is still very much, he's wanted to do something. He's just trying to figure out how to make this Batman work, which I think is awesome. So they said he would try and he would fail, because this is a Batman in progress. The Batmobile, I mean, that's a freaking car. It looks just like a souped up car with a jet engine strapped to the back of it, which is awesome, because there needs to be a progression. You know, some things worked, some things didn't. Like, this suit is too bulky. Let me switch it up. Oh no, somebody tried to shoot at me in the head. Maybe I should get some Kevlar in my cowl. You know, things like that. What if he ends up getting a voice changer like Ben Affleck? And actually, Ben